Hello, I am Doyoung, and this video is about my second book report, A Farewell to Arms by Ernest Hemingway. Author Ernest Miller Hemingway was an American journalist, novelist, and short story writer. Hemingway produced most of his work between the 1920s and the 1950s, and he won the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1954. He published 7 novels, 6 short story collections, 2 nonfiction work, 3 novels, 4 short story collections, and 3 nonfictions. Many of his works are considered classics of American literature. He was a reporter for a few months for the Kansas City Star before leaving for the Italian frontier and enlisted as an ambulance driver in WW1. In 1918, he was seriously wounded and returned home. His wartime experience formed the basis for his novel A Farewell to Arms. He had joined the Spanish Civil War as a war correspondent. Passionately supporting the Republic, he voluntarily went to Spain as a war correspondent. He wrote For Whom the Bell Tolls based on the experience there. He was present with the troops as a journalist at the Normandy landings and the liberation of Paris. Hemingway went on safari to Africa shortly after the publication of The Old Man and the Sea, where he was almost killed in 2 successive plane crashes that left him in pain and ill health for much of the rest of his life. He ended his life by committing suicide due to his mental illness caused by pressure of his work and hate of his weakness. Plot summary. The book opens in the summer of 1915. The Italians have just entered the war, and Frederick Henley, an American who lived in Rome, has joined the Italian army. Frederick goes on leave, spending much of that time in drunken haze. When he returns, he spends time with a British nurse, Catherine Perky. He is wounded during an offensive and is taken to a hospital. At the hospital, he is visited by his friends, Lieutenant Rinaldi, and the priest before being transferred to a hospital in Milan. Catherine and Henry's relationship quickly develops. Catherine not only nurtures him back to health, but she also sleeps with him most nights. By the end of the summer, she reveals that she is pregnant, and soon after, Frederick learns that he must head back to the front. October 1917, Italians are losing the war. People are fleeing, afraid of killed. Frederick realizes he too is in danger of being killed, so he dives into the river. Once he emerges from the river, he sheds his identity as a soldier and tries to resume life as a civilian. He heads to Milan, seeking out Catherine, but finds out she is on leave in Strezza. They eventually escape by boat and row all night until they reach neutral Switzerland. Once in Switzerland, they are happy to have escaped Italy. At the winter of that year, things start to go bad. The baby dies with the cord wrapped around its neck, and Catherine begins hemorrhaging and dies soon after. And the book ends with Henry leaving the hospital alone. After the book. Before talking about my thoughts, I want to ask, what genre will best fit with this book? Answer might seem simple, war and romantic. I don't disagree with this statement, though I think that is not really a capable answer for this question. Hemingway portrays Henry as a people who do not believe the true love in God. However, after meeting Catherine, he starts to change his mind. He worries about her and even runs away with her to Switzerland. At the end of the book, when Catherine had faced death, Henry, who was very dry with his emotions, starts to blast out his feelings. He cries and prays to God because of his true love. To talk about my thoughts, maybe effect of this book on myself, this made me remember about how my consideration of value had changed, and was it a positive change? This is the end of my book report video. Thank you.